Yeah, we had our first winter storm. So that's given us a few fun little projects to do. And one of those we realized during that storm, these two big willows right here, uh, they're a little too big. I've been doing a bunch of research on how we should top these, how we should trim these back. The problem was when we got here, these willows were not doing great. They weren't dead, but they were getting close because nobody had watered them in quite some time. They still had a little bit of green. And what I think we're going to do is I'm going to get on this ladder here with the chainsaw, and we're going to knuckle it right about there on this one and about the same height on the other one. I really wish willow was good firewood, but it's not. It's a very brittle softwood that isn't real great for a lot of things. I think I have an idea on how we can upcycle the wood from this, though. Got two big old woodpeckers up there. That guy's huge. Beep. I think that's the biggest red-headed woodpecker I've ever seen, if that is what that is. He's got red on his head. Good Lord.
Nice.
Amber's birthday.
You know how to really romance a lady.
Yup. This is an inverter generator that once we get the transfer switch put in, could power this whole house.
Very nice. Oh, nice.
The old fridge that Eric probably had for 20 years died suddenly. So that was an expense that we weren't expecting. However, we managed to catch a replacement fridge on sale just in time for Amber's birthday. So the guys just showed up. We're going to pull this ancient, nasty, like really ancient beast out of here. And we're going to put in a new one. Oh yeah. Brand new Frigidaire. Not the most expensive one, but definitely is going to work better than that busted fridge. Modern! One of the many projects that I got done was to put this radiant shield on the back where we had these racks because of this weirdly placed propane heater right next to the kitchen. And so far, oh yeah, this radiant barrier is working. It's still cold to the touch. And this heater works, it's just Eric put it in a weird spot in the kitchen.
He used to use it in a fifth wheel.
Yeah.
But considering where the propane tank is, I guess it makes some sense.
Yeah, this is putting out about as much heat as any fireplace.
Don't suck.
Woo-wee! Bit of an early morning, first of the winter storms. We neighbor's property is flooded, and so is, it appears, our street. I'm gonna go drive to the store. But when the clouds disappear and those mountains come back, the tops of them may have snow. Because, yeah, this is a real cold front. First one that I've experienced out here. Sure is pretty in these mountains when it rains. Whew. Holy smokes. Okay, so thankfully the stones aren't as big as in Dallas. These hailstones are about the size of garden peas to marble size. However, this hail is coming down a lot harder than I've ever seen it hail in Dallas. What the hell? Oh sure, Dallas gets thunder snow, but here we get thunder hail. Holy cow. I guess it would be important for me to move my car since those branches are going to be coming down where my car is. So the hippie trap did survive that storm more or less okay, but I noticed that these cords that we've got for guy lines, gonna have to replace those this weekend. Also, get it, yeah, there was a large buildup of hail, and when I went to push from the inside with a broom, I used the non-brush head side of the broom, just the handle, pushed up, and the hail was so heavy that the cheap broom bent in half, and the sharp point punctured the hippie trap. Fortunately, I have some flashing tape that will work great for patching this up. The beginning of a raised bed project that we're going to complete in the spring. For weed barrier, I am using recycled Amazon boxes. Oh. Hello, ravens. Okay. Taking some video. Amber helping. So tell me a bit about these trees that...
They're big willow trees that I have to wager based on, well, I guess back up. So my dad died 2 years ago now, or 1 year?
Almost 2 years ago.
So he was sick for about 2-3 years before he died. And so there was just a whole lot of TLC that he just didn't have the wherewithal to perform. One of those being these trees that were looking massively thirsty before we even came out here and took ownership. But I have a special relationship with willow trees, and so did my dad. When we first met him, he was living on an 8-acre pistachio farm here in New Mexico, actually in the same town, different part of town. He had about 900 pistachio trees, 2 or 3 dozen fruit and nut trees, and he had weeping willow trees, and he had 2 arranged just like this with a hammock in between them. And some of my favorite memories as a kid was chilling underneath those willow trees. And I know my dad was an ant in human form. He liked most trees, but he really liked these. That's really the only stories. He just liked willow trees, and I love willow trees, and kind of heartbroken about the fact that they're probably dead. But today we're going to do some things to maybe see if there's any life left in the roots. And I'm just very emotionally attached to them. That's it. If one can be emotionally attached to a tree.
I think they're going to be okay. There was enough green at the bottom before the winter hit. They're going to have to recover, but if we knuckle these off, then and paint them with the wound care goo, they should come back in spring.
Because the way the bark is separated on some of the branches, the woodpeckers were going nuts on them this summer. This one closest to us, I have some hope for. When we first came out here, it had some leaves on the branches. The one in the back had no leaves on it. So I don't know. I'm skeptical, but hopeful. We'll see what happens.
All right, well.
I guess not much of a story, but maybe people should know a little bit more about who the hell I am and who the hell my dad was. I don't know. I'm just hoping we can save him.
Well, got rope, which is going to be in part your job. And we got the chainsaw and wound
I've never
dressing.
heard of this tree wound paste.
Yeah, it stops bugs and diseases from getting into the tree when you cut a limb off.
I wonder if he used it when I was a kid and I just never paid
Definitely.
attention.
I can guarantee.
Because he had so many trees, right? And he had to have, and I just never occurred to me to ask. Now, I do remember every year at a certain point in the year, he had us painting the tree trunks. I don't remember why, just either with white paint or something that's white that is like repellent for trees. I'm not sure. But every year we painted the tree trunks white, all of them, except the pistachio trees. Every other tree, and not the evergreens. But the fruit and nut trees, he had the tree trunks painted white, and I don't remember why that is. Maybe people can comment and tell me why that might have been. All right, what's the first step?
I'm going to take that first branch that is relatively safe. It's not going to hit any house or cars or anything like that. Yeah, that one. And then after that, we're going to have to use the rope, because some of these are pointed right at the house. I don't think they're actually a huge danger to the house, but if I can keep them from hitting it at all, that'd be...
I would rather avoid
right.
tree branches falling on my house.
Right now, you're not going to want to stay.
What? Yeah, I guess not. Yeah, I'll untangle some.
Chainsaw works. Here goes a thing.
Woo! First one down.
Didn't like that. Oh, I don't like that.
You want me to hold the ladder?
Ladder's fine. I need you to stand back.
Okay.
Ooh, that one's big and thick.
Giggity.
Yeah, I'm just nervous because this one's a little more vertical. I want to make sure I hit it.
There it goes.
Fixed it.
Oh, don't move. I'll grab it. Don't move. No, we gotta do that 4 dozen more times.
Can you check to make sure that's plugged in again? Oh, I know the problem.
What?
That one was a bit of a doozy. I didn't like how it was breaking, so I came down to help pull on the rope, and we pulled that sucker right at us. But we managed to get out of the way.
One more down.
What we're doing with this willow, since willow is terrible firewood, but rots easily, I was reading online about something they do over in Germany, called Heugenkraft. I think I'm saying that right. 9? But for the center of the raised bed, we're going to put a row in the center of the smaller biscuits of willow. Then we're going to add some brush and branches on the top, and then we're going to fill it with soil and compost when we're ready, when we're a lot closer to planting. This way the wood rots and provides nutrients to your raised bed.
Here, I will hand you. As a woman, I can only carry the small ones.
Yes, that's exactly what I was saying.
What's the beauty of the Heugenkraft?
Yeah.
Is that it is environmentally friendly and allows you to reuse wood that you have cut down.
Make hella mulch come springtime.
And it makes its own mulch. It rots and falls to pieces. Leaving all these nice nutrients in the dirt.
And voila. Now over the winter, whatever precipitation we get, whatever warmer days we get, is going to start the decomposition process on these logs. And then when we're ready to finish out this raised bed in the spring, we put soil on top and see what happens. I've never done this before.
It was close, but that worked.
It worked. That's all that matters. Sorry, I was trying to tell you to wait. I lost my grip, but I made it work.
This one, watch where it falls. It's not so big.
Oh. Actually, if I'd have pulled any harder, it might have hit the hidden trap. It fell in exactly the right spot.
That was close.
I don't even think it got the guy lines.
Nope.
Lord, I have taken a lot of video.
The last limb.
Oh golly. Shucks even. Oh man. Woo!
Woo! That got my blood pumping.
And that's tree one. Shit your pants.
Yeah, not quite.
It bounced.
Didn't like that.
I got it.
Got it?
Yeah. It bounced. Like it bounced.
No, that's exactly what I was worried about. It got caught on that tree
Yeah, but it's
and
fine.
started to fall back towards me.
No, it's fine. It wasn't gonna do that. It's too bottom heavy to do that.
Well, we got all the limbs on this one down, but man, that last one was a doozy. I'm gonna be cutting up firewood all day. Good grief. A little bit cloudy and chilly today. Perfect weather to continue chopping up these trees.
Sight
Well,
to not have those dead branches.
this one, which is closer to the driveway, I don't have high hopes for it. It was dry all the way down to there. However, the second one, which had a limb that was tricky, the second one, I don't know if you can see this, this wood isn't quite dry. I think of the two, this willow will probably come back with a vengeance in spring, because willows this size usually have really extensive root systems, and they are aggressive survivors. I mean, some of these logs that have branches on them, if we were to keep them wet for a while, they'd probably root. Willows are hard to kill, which makes me think, even this one, as dry as it is, I think there's a chance this one's going to come back too. And if not, we've at least taken down enough of it that removing the rest of it isn't a problem. Whew. I need a beer. Yeah. Chopping up the wood from those branches. A lot more to go. And more than the Huygen craft is going to require, I wager. Also, somebody brought this up online when I was discussing this. This is weeping willow, not white willow. In the past, I've only burned white willow once, and that stuff stinks. It burns way too fast. It does not burn super hot. It's like balsa wood, and it just stinks. It smells bad when you burn it. This is weeping willow, which I've never burned. So tonight, we are probably going to do a little test fire pit and see how does this burn and does it stink? Yeah, you can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord. Winter is coming. Overall, I was a little surprised. It looks like those willows, now that we've topped them, there's a good chance they will come back. And I hope they do. A lot more projects to do. This winter, I'm probably going to be pretty busy because a lot of the stuff I want to do is for next year when we start planting and growing and farming and turning this homestead into a real homestead. Hope everybody has a happy Thanksgiving, whether with family or friends or even just by yourself if that's what you're into. Be cool. The mesas are gorgeous this evening. All right. Let's experiment with burning the willow wood.
And bark.
And bark.
I was going to put some on top of the wood, but then you moved it.
It should be under the wood.
Okay. Like, it's so crumbly. It has to help, right?
Oh, that little Boy Scout training.
I do like that crackling noise. It definitely doesn't smell like pee.
No, it doesn't. This does not smell like white willow at all. We might actually have a fair amount of, even if it burns fast, we have about a cord and a half of
I'm saying.
firewood.
I mean, probably don't want to smoke food with it, but...
No. Yeah, you see how fast that's burning already?
But that may not necessarily be bad, like, as just a starter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because then, like, if we had some oak, throw an oak log on it once it started, or a pine, throw something more dense on it once it's going. You know, like, I think there's validity in that.
No, it doesn't stink. I'm surprised.
I think it smells kind of nice.
Okay, well, we have an unexpected amount of firewood.
In terms of burning. It does burn fast, though.
Yeah. Like, those smaller branches are already...
But it's going
cashing
enough,
out.
like, you can throw another dense log on top of it now that it's nice and going.
Mm-hmm.
Wait for it to build some coals, throw a bigger log on it.